So most women don't fail to gain weight because they're not trying hard enough. They fail because they're trying to force feed a body that doesn't feel safe to eat, okay? You've not nurtured her into a weight wanter yet. She's not that girl just yet. We gotta prep her first, okay? So before macros, before going to the gym, before trying to get 3,000 calories, protein shakes, creatine, this, that, and the other, let's just take a deep breath, start from the beginning, and build up a foundation. Context and a disclaimer, I guess, for this video. Guys, you know, like I said in part 1, okay, I'm locking in with you. It is 9:42 p.m. right now. I was just going to kind of plan this video and record it tomorrow, but I thought, no, I need to record it today so I can get this out for my girly paps and we can keep locking in together. Because if I lock in for you, then in return, I lock in for myself. So, apologies, my hair looks a little crazy. I've got my gym bag prepped for tomorrow because I'm going to a boxing class tomorrow. So I've got my gym bag prepped because it's the little things you do every day that make all the difference. We're trying to make our brain make less decisions throughout the day, especially when it comes to us trying to incorporate new habits and stay consistent with certain things. So all that to say, this episode may be a little bit chaotic, but welcome back to your weight gain blueprint for Q1. This is part 2. If you haven't watched part 1 already, I'm gonna link it in the description below, but let's get straight into it. There's 3 things we're going to focus on this video and 3 things that you're going to continue to focus on for the next 7 weeks when we are locking in together, okay? I see you, you see me. The first thing we need to fix is your identity, the way you see yourself, okay, girl? You can't build a nourished, fueled, voluptuous, curvy, womanly body if you are still identifying as the girl who struggles to eat. If you are still identifying as the girl who cannot gain weight, it doesn't work. So if you're still someone that is saying, I just can't eat, I don't have a big appetite, I have a fast metabolism. I know you guys like to use that one, and listen, okay? I'm not here to say that none of you have a fast metabolism. What I'm here to say is that majority of you, your metabolism isn't as fast as you think. You're just not eating as much as you think, okay? I'm sorry, I know you don't like to hear it, but we're going to get into it later, okay? Let's carry on. But if you're someone that constantly is saying these things about yourself, that's how you see yourself, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to continue being the girl who doesn't have a big appetite. You don't have to continue being the girl that struggles to eat food. You can change that. But it starts with you identifying yourself as that person that you want to be. You have to start practicing. You have to start role-playing. You have to start living life how that person that you want to be would live life. I'm building on from part 1 in this little video course that we're doing. This is why I really wanted you guys to get detailed when writing who you want to become and who you want to be. Because when you have that clarity on who you want to become, it's so easy for you to identify where you're going wrong and where you're falling short, okay? Like if you know, okay, this version of myself, she has breakfast every day, she eats 3 times a day, she goes to the gym 4 times a week, she has her smoothie, maybe she takes her creatine, maybe she does Pilates as well, maybe she's a girl that does both, okay? That's the surface level stuff. You want to get down deep into clarity of, okay, but when she's in a bad mood, how does she act? When she's feeling lazy, what does she do? Does she skip her meals? Or maybe even if she can't be bothered to get up and cook the dinner she had planned, maybe she's just going to order something, you know, to still have something as opposed to just having nothing. How does that person act when their schedule gets a little bit busy, things get a bit chaotic? What is she doing on those stressful days to make sure that she's still at least hitting maintenance calories, so she's still ticking off that box, staying consistent? That is the kind of depth you want to get into. You want to tap into the mindset of that person that you want to become. Because if you're someone currently who, when you're stressed or maybe you just can't be bothered, you let that side of your brain win. You let yourself be like, oh, it's okay, I'll skip that meal, I won't go to the gym today. If you're in that mindset, you need to be clear of how the mindset of your future self would be different, because then you are going to start to know how you have to act different when you're in those kind of moods. The second thing that we need to fix is your daily standards. What you tolerate, your non-negotiables. These are the little things that you're doing every day. That is just, this is your norm. This is what almost you have to do, almost like brushing your teeth every day. And the reason we're focusing on such a micro level, because your results are a reflection of the standards you repeat, not the goals you set. Your results are a reflection of the standards you repeat, not the goals you set. This is why the goals you set, it's fantastic to have the goals, but what are we doing to get there? What systems do we have in place to get there? Because it's all good and well having goals, but what are we repeating? Because that's how you get the results. So again, we're getting practical. If you're somebody that you wasn't hungry, so you just didn't eat anything. You're training, you're going to the gym, but you're not eating. You're not hitting your protein goals. You're letting stress control your life, take control of your appetite, your structure, your actions. You're constantly saying, I'll start again on Monday. I'll start again next month. Yeah, you girl. If any of those resonate with you and any other, you know the vibes I'm talking about, you know the feelings I'm talking about, then we need to change your daily standards. And as we said in part 1, we're doing this in such a simple, minuscule way. I want you to set the bar low, okay? Set your expectations low, okay? If you are trying to get consistent in the gym and you have really struggled to be consistent with the gym for maybe the past few years, you've just never really got the hang of it, never stuck to it. Instead of saying, okay, next week I'm going to start eating all of this food, I'm going to go to the gym 4 times a week, let's set the benchmark, the non-negotiable, as twice a week, but maybe we're going to aim for 3 times a week. Okay, make it realistic, because trust me, there's going to be weeks where hitting those gym sessions twice a week is going to feel difficult, and you're going to think, oh, thank God, at least I've done my 2. I'm doing that with myself right now, getting back into the gym. My standard, my non-negotiable is 3 sessions a week. If I can get 4, fantastic. And honestly, it's been 3 weeks. I'm still sticking to the 5 a.m. gym club. I'm 3 weeks in, and I've only done 1 week where I completed all 4 gym workouts. Week 1, I did 3 gym workouts and 1 boxing. This week as well, I'm doing 3 gym workouts and 1 boxing. So technically it's still 4 workouts, but not 4 gym workouts. When it comes to your food, if you're trying to hit a certain calorie target, this is something I've said so many times. Again, I'm going to link some videos below if you're new here, talking about appetite and maintenance calories, but at least just try and aim for maintenance calories. Like, if you're not really hungry, at least just try and have something, a banana. I know it seems so insignificant, so like, what is even the point? But trust me, there's a point, because you're building on that consistency of you always having a banana. Your appetite will start to grow, because your body will start to get used to you having more food. When it comes to gaining weight, something is always better than nothing, all right? So if you can't be bothered to go to the gym, instead of going for your full workout, just aim to do 4 exercises when you get to the gym, 3 exercises when you get to the gym. Maybe even just do a yoga or a little stretch at home. Make a smoothie, have a little snack. If you don't feel hungry enough to have a full meal, have a little snack instead. Something is always better than nothing. And doing something instead of nothing is always going to help you take steps closer towards your goal. Because those are the things that you are repeating. You're repeatedly doing something instead of repeatedly doing nothing. Okay? Now, the third thing we're going to fix is our perception, okay? I want you to start romanticizing the fuck out of your weight gain journey, especially with the things you do not enjoy. If you don't enjoy meal prepping, which, by the way, if you don't enjoy meal prepping, I'm just going to say one of the easiest ways to meal prep for people that don't like meal prepping is making an extra portion of dinner for lunch the next day. Okay, you're already cooking dinner, make an extra portion, have that for your lunch. You have your lunch sorted for the next day. And let's be honest, most meals taste better the next day anyway, but you're just having that one more time and then you go again. But if you have a job or you have a role, you have a schedule, you have a life where meal prepping makes it a lot easier, romanticize it, babe. Buy yourself some cute new plates. Get into a good series that you watch when you're cooking. Set some candles, or maybe you're a music babe. Get a nice little meal prepping playlist going. Romanticize everything, especially the things that you do not like doing. If you don't like going to the gym, start romanticizing that gym, okay? Get yourself some cute gym wear. Find a way to make your journey to the gym enjoyable. If you're driving, get that pre-gym pump playlist. If you're walking or you're taking public transport, find a way to try and make it cute. Make it just feel like you're in a film, feel like you're in a movie. It's really easy to play tricks on our mind, okay? And I feel like romanticizing your life, people talk about it, but they don't talk about it in a way for you to build habits and to start to change your life through romanticizing it. So let's try to romanticize becoming that girl, becoming that version of us that we want to become. Trust me, girly pups, weight gain is not just about eating more and going to the gym. If it was that easy, then I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have a whole business on teaching women how to gain weight. Once your standards for yourself change, the plan actually starts to work. Once you continue sticking to the plan, not your mood, things start to change. So I don't want you to start getting too ahead of yourself. I don't want you to start making these grand, big plans and making these huge commitments. We're starting small, and the aim of the game is to be consistent. Those daily decisions that you're making, those daily non-negotiables, those daily standards. When you wake up in the morning, who are you identifying as? Are you still identifying as a babe that can't gain weight, is naturally skinny, has no appetite? Or are you identifying as that girl? Are you identifying as that girl that loves food, that has a fantastic relationship with food, that loves to eat, puts on weights with ease, you have a good relationship with the gym, you love going to the gym, you love going to Pilates, you love doing whatever it is you love doing? Is that how you want to identify yourself? Or do you want to keep staying as that girl that can't gain weight. I want to leave you here with that. These are the 3 things that I want you to start thinking about and bring into the forefront. Next lesson, we're going to be focusing on food, okay? This is going to be one of our North Stars, like I said, for everybody. So it's only right. I'm going to take you through step by step how to go from someone who doesn't have a good relationship with food, you feel anxious, you feel nauseous when you go to eat in the morning, you don't have an appetite in the morning, to a full certified weight wanter babe who loves food, who adores food, who eats so much, who puts on weights with ease. That is what we're going to go into next week. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and also my little girly pops, let me give you my little update as well. Oh, so I did say I was going to show you guys, I was going to keep you guys updated real time how things are going for me. So I have been intentional about taking some videos and recording the meals and things that I've been eating. So I'm going to add some up to the screen now. This is probably like in the last week and a half, meals that I've had, things that I've had. If anybody's looking for some more inspiration, currently my fixations is Greek yogurt with dates, bananas, and then I've actually been putting some little dollops of Nutella, little bit of honey on top, or honestly sometimes syrup. Yeah, I do that around period time. Gorgeous. And the little dollops of Nutella is just like, you get a little surprise sometimes when you take a bite. It's 10 out of 10. I've also been eating a lot of steak. I don't know what is going on, but steak has been honestly my go-to meal. I've had so much red meat recently. I'm trying to balance it out. I'm trying to remember, okay, I can still have chicken, I can still have fish, but we've been going strong with the steak. This week specifically, the week I am now recording this video, hasn't been as strong as the last week and a half. Still been, like I said, making sure that I'm at least hitting maintenance calories. I've been getting back into my smoothies again. So we're going strong. I don't know if I mentioned, no, I wouldn't have mentioned. I couldn't have mentioned. So since I did my first weigh-in around the time that I started this, I was 72 kilograms and now currently I'm sitting at 74. So City Girl's up, nearly back up to 75. That's like my first benchmark. And then inshallah, hopefully I'll be able to get up to 77. But Ramadan is coming up. I will be participating. I will be fasting. So during that month, I just like to set the goal of maintenance. So realistically, I'd like to get up to 75 before Ramadan and then maintain that throughout. That would be great. Comment below, my loves, if you have any questions about today's video, about our course, about our challenge. If you need some accountability, let me know. Like I said, happy to make a group chat for us all to just chit chat and gain together. And as always, happy gaining.